Hello, I am Steve Schoenfeld, and I'm asking for your vote to be your selectman on Tuesday, May 10th. I've likely met you, but if not, please let me introduce myself. I am the current chairman of the town's finance committee. I work as an actuary, helping families fund potential long-term care expenses in their retirement. My wife and I live near the downtown area on Newton Street, and have had 2 sons since moving here almost 14 years ago. So that is a brief bio, but please give me a few moments to share with you my vision for Mansfield. Today in Mansfield, we are in a very good financial position. However, just 5 years ago, Mansfield was stretched financially, and all parties were at odds with each other. Our town meetings were painful and argumentative. We had recently replaced our town manager, and our budget discussions were combative and adversely impacting the town, the delivery of services, and our reputation. Consequently, our infrastructure needs were ignored, and the roads and town-owned facilities were deteriorating. We were essentially borrowing from our future and on the path to a likely budget override. Well, this is when I began my time on the Finance Committee. I inherited this environment and the financial strain we were in. 6 other members joined me for the next 4 budget seasons, and by working with our colleagues, the results have been simply amazing. So like I said, today in Mansfield, it is quite different. Despite a lackluster and struggling economy, we have gone from that chaos to building a solid financial footing. We have collaborative budget discussions with financial policies and principles in place. We are funding our capital needs and will soon be caught up on our road and infrastructure projects. Our bond rating is at an all-time high, which will reduce our borrowing costs. We are now able to plan appropriately for our future without a need for budget overrides or severe cuts. Cuts like this one in one of our neighboring towns, seen right here in this headline. The work of the Finance Committee and that with our colleagues has made Mansfield a model for other towns to follow. As your Finance Committee chairman, I'm very proud of what we have all accomplished, and I know what we need to do to continue this success. We have recovered from our financial difficulties, and we need to focus on a strategy that goes beyond the financial in order to build upon this. As your selectman, I will continue this collaborative type of leadership to help committees and boards work together for the good of Mansfield and to build and implement that strategy. I have 4 key priorities. The first is to develop and implement a specific plan for the downtown and industrial areas to thrive. Last week, a group of students from Northeastern, led by the professor, who was one of our own residents, gave us an example of what the downtown area could be. We need to review this and act on it, as it truly resets this vital area. We simply can't wait any longer, and the selectmen should lead on this quickly. We also need to market our industrial parks so that we can attract companies to set roots here and bring good jobs to the area. Jobs from a company like this one, also seen on this same front page, where 150 high-paying positions and millions of tax revenues are being added, not here, but in a neighboring town of Mansfield. The second priority is to further partner with the school committee and the superintendent to enable the schools to continue to succeed. We have great schools. We need to support them appropriately, not only for my sons and your kids, but to maintain our home values and our quality of life. My third priority is to revitalize the parks and recreation areas with the help of those empowered residents. I am thrilled that we have such dedicated neighbors who are focused on Memorial Park. I would like that to expand and to revitalize all of our parks and recreation areas. Finally, but certainly not least, my priority is to broaden our tax base and reduce the tax burden on homeowners and businesses. We have many properties around town not providing tax revenue that they could. I look at these sites and I see the potential for covering the salary of a teacher or a police officer or reducing our need to borrow. We must have a plan to encourage owners and investors to turn these empty sites into tax revenue. If you have any questions or simply want to talk with me, there are 3 primary ways to reach me. First, stop by my house at 21 Newton or call me at 508-339-4718. Second, you can visit my Facebook site by searching either my name or search Make the Most of Mansfield. In fact, if you Google Make the Most of Mansfield, it is the top site. Third, you can review the literature in the newspapers or look out for this card, which summarizes what I will do as a selectman. I ask for your vote when you go to the polls on May 10th. As your selectman, my promise to you is that I will continue to serve all residents of Mansfield to the best of my ability. Let's let this election be about bringing us together and continuing to build a strong future for our home. Let's make the most of it, and I thank you very much for your support.